Good morning, everybody. And it's been a crazy morning, let me tell you what. So it was about like 4:55 a.m. or so, and we woke up to a lot of beeping going on from our solar charge controller. And turned out our batteries were super low, like 10.4, 10.5. And I had never seen our batteries get that low before. The batteries charging from the car right now just jump started to kind of give them a little oomph to maybe get the fridge back on and running so our food doesn't spoil. But this seems to be kind of the culprit. We've got 1200 watts of solar on this roof. Should be enough, right, to keep our batteries charged. But as you can see, that's really dirty. So now we're gonna clean them up and see if that helps. Sleeping, we don't really have any big power draws, so it was a pretty cold night. It was like 65 in the bus itself, so you know, the refrigerator wasn't probably kicking on too often. And we do run the Starlink 24/7. I have it in stow mode right now just to not burn that extra power at the moment. But yeah, it was kind of funny because the inverter didn't shut off. It was the charge controller that alerted us, and sure enough, the battery voltage was really low. We verified that in a couple different ways. Look how dirty those are. Whew. Not done yet, but that is a whole lot better than what they were. You might be thinking, well, Andrew, of course you have to clean your solar panels, but we've already cleaned the solar panels since we've been in this spot. We've been in this spot for maybe about a month or so now, and I guess you just have to clean them more often than I thought. So I think I'm going to be investing in a squeegee. And down on my hands and knees on these things, I'm kind of scared that I'm going to break them and stuff, so I think the squeegee is the more effective play in the long run on these. One of the things that I absolutely love about this site is the wildlife. Let me show you something. Right over there, there's like a cow pasture, and I heard a pack of coyotes last night, and so I came to our door and I opened it up and I looked out and I was shining it over here, and the pack of coyotes was over here in this area. And so that was pretty cool. Other than that, we have a lot of deer that'll sometimes come through, and I've seen a big buck, actually, I should say. And there's rabbits that run throughout this grass here, and in the evening times, quail will actually come over here. So it's a pretty great spot for that, and trees in the way, but that sunrise here is amazing. Xana said the red light went off. We're back up at 13 volts and we're charging from the sun currently, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the car, which is attached by jumper cables, and we'll just kind of see where we're at from there. Jumper cables are kind of warm too. So Pastor here, he's been here for a while, and tell him what you just told me about your car and how being out west.
Oh yeah, you can wash your car, but it's going to be dusty in a day or two or a few days. So it's not like our home Connecticut, you know.
Yeah. So like Connecticut and back east, like it'll rain and then things from the trees will fall down onto your car and whatnot, but you don't just get straight dust from the atmosphere. So I didn't realize that and didn't clean the panels enough, and hopefully that was the only problem, but we'll see. All right, so we unplugged the car, the jumper cables, and it's still at 12.9, charging at 2.2 amps. Not a lot of amps, but the sun is kind of still at the horizon. Hasn't really risen yet, so we'll check back on this later. All right, now while we're waiting for the solar to charge for a while, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get coffee, and we're gonna go to the hardware store and see if they have some sort of squeegee that we can use on the solar panels, so we can easily just get up there and clean them, you know, every week or two. Oh yeah, and by the way, I forgot to tell you that we have the car here now. So we're in California and we've got some big plans out here. We have the Prius out here and we have the Skoolie, so we're a bit more mobile. But you'll see some more travel videos coming up in a month or two. But for now, we're going to be pretty stationary in our bus at this one spot. Pumpkin spice lattes, the large, and
Iced or hot?
hot please, and
Okay.
one large iced water,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right, it's going to be $12.50. We'll see you at the window.
See you soon. We're waiting in this line at Starbucks. We just ordered our coffee. I figured it would be a good time to kind of tell you a little bit more about what we're doing. Oh wait, the line's moving. All right, we got through that line and we're back. So essentially, you know, when we got married, we were traveling, and you know, before we were married, we were traveling with an evangelistic team and going, you know, church to church, holding special meetings, teaching kids, things like that. I was leading music, and through the course of time, we started praying about like what God would want us to do, you know, after we were married, and we started praying about coming out to California because there's like just so few like churches out here that you know, it's something that's needful. And so then a pastor friend of ours texted us out of the blue and started talking to us about coming out and helping him. So we said, well, we, you know, would really like to help somebody like start a church out in California, but we don't really have much like day-to-day operations, like on staff church experience. So we committed to hanging out with him and helping him at this church for a 3-month time period. And so we're what, a month and a half into that time period now. Yeah, somewhere around there. So we're almost 50% done with that, and it's been great. I've learned just so much about like local church ministry and things like that that I didn't even know. And like, I've been to Bible college, I've been around churches and stuff, but it's totally different than when you like are actually in it with a pastor. And so that's kind of what we're doing out here in California. We don't know what's next, if God's going to use us to plant a church or help plant a church, or if this is just going to be somewhere where we just learn to appreciate our pastor more. But anyways, we're still based out of North Carolina, and yeah, we'll do some more traveling in national parks this winter, and we'll see what happens. You know, life's great. We can just kind of take it as it comes. So we're over here at the hardware store, and only California. Look at this. A white pumpkin is $5.99. All right, see all the white pumpkins, and all of these crusty looking dudes over here, those are what's called designer pumpkins, and those are actually $6.99. The more you know. I'm just really curious, like, how much that job pays to, you know, be a pumpkin designer. Gold panning stuff. There's so much stuff in here. We don't even know like where the squeegees are yet. Oh, I love when they do the leather on the axe handles. Oh my goodness. All right. We've got the squeegee. Exciting stuff. So this actually extends out, and so that will be able to probably clean the whole panel without me stepping on it. All right, we just got back to the bus from being out and about shopping, getting coffee, and so now we're gonna actually take a look at the screen and see where we're at. All right, well, we've got a happy face now, so that's good. And it looks like we're charging, and we're not charging at that much of current, but there is like a tree in the way. So I mean, granted that there is a tree in the way and that the sun's still not, you know, up all the way yet, that's kind of acceptable, but we'll just kind of keep an eye on it as the day progresses and see where things go. But the refrigerator started running again, so we are out of hot water, or out of hot water, as so to say, but we do have a hot water heater, but we're not going to run it yet. We're We're out of hot water on this thing as far as that's concerned. Anyways, I'm Andrew. This is Susanna. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you've been around for a while, thank you so much. And yeah, we'll just keep you updated. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Bye.